Showboat Sports guys, glad you guys are back in the building. Man, you see the title to this tonight is AJ Glitter, Anthony Joshua, Mr. Glitter Boots himself, as Miss Diana would say, fighting Jermaine Franklin. How is that going to go down? But we're going to talk about that right now. But before we do, if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share, please. Um, be appreciated. I'm sure you guys will have fun being a part of this circus that we call. But anyway, it's all good. But right now, what we're gonna do now is, well, the show we talk about boxing on the show all the time, and we can agree to disagree. This forum is for people that feel like they want something to say and they can talk in a healthy manner, and we can debate. We can just be boxing fans, true boxing fans. We don't have to get in our feelings. We say we stand on it. Sometimes we say things that rub each other the wrong way a little bit, but we can always disagree and keep on moving. That is a adult conversation here. We don't like people hearing their feelings crying and stuff and all that stuff. You know how that go down. It ain't made for that, but it is made for people that want to go in here and talk that stuff. That's how we get down. Also, what I do is I always make sure that I open up the phone lines, which I am going to do too. Here in just a second, we open up the phone lines. So if you got something you want to say, you want to get off your chest, or somebody says something in the chat, and you feel like it's a little too long to type it out, or it's going to take out of context, feel free to call in at any time. So that's how we do. And that's how we always do on this thing, on this show. We do this show every weeknight at 10 p.m. Eastern when we can. So right now we are going to, I'm going to open up the phone lines, because I always do that when we on here. So when we know the phone lines are open, so people just steady calling in like, man, it ain't working, but it is. So we got the phone lines open right now. That's what we open up right this second as we speak. Hold 1 second, and we are connected. We are ready to rock and roll. We are connected, fam. And we're going to talk about AJ, Jermaine Franklin, and what that is, how it's going to go down, and what you guys think about that. Will AJ win? Will AJ get beat and be forced to retire? What's your thoughts on that? I'm thinking, me, myself, personally, AJ loses this fight, it's over for him. Eddie Hearn can't save Anthony Joshua this time. He can't do it. You know, it's gonna be a good fight. Can't wait to see it. I think it's gonna be decent. You know, I don't know about Glitter Boots no more, man. I just don't know. I don't know about AJ. AJ's just, man. I mean, I don't have a lot of faith in AJ anymore. To me, it's like he's lost a little bit of love for the sport, and I think that once it leaves you, that hunger is gone. I don't think that too many fighters ever get that back. Most fighters, when they start making money, they start, that the hunger is not there. That will to fight through anything, to walk through hell to get to the other side, to have your hands up. Once you've had your hands up a few times, you've made money, and you start thinking about life outside the ring. I think it shows your vulnerabilities, that you're not the same fighter that was with reckless abandonment going in there trying to take off the other fighter's head. I think that leaves a fighter, most fighters, in their career. And I think AJ has touched the top that he feels is the top a little bit, right? Wasn't undisputed, but he does have a few belts. He was a unified champion. He held it down for a few years, lost his titles, got his titles back, just lost them again. And he's made millions of dollars. And what did the famous Marvin Hagler say? It's hard to run when you've been sleeping on. It's hard to get up at 4:30 in the morning and run when you're sleeping on silk sheets. It just is. When life is good, you just like, hey, life is good. You feel satisfied. You feel full. That hunger is not there, And I just don't think AJ has that hunger. I really don't. I don't think AJ has that hunger. I just don't. I think that AJ, his best years are behind him. I think there's really nothing left for AJ. I think in this fight right here, if he loses this fight, his career is over. I don't see him fighting his way back out of it. I think mentally, he has been mentally beat. I think that loss against Usyk, I think that took the rest of them out. I don't know. He went and got a new trainer, Derek James, and I like Derek James. Derek James, my favorite trainer out there. You know what I'm saying? I like Derek James, but one thing he can't give you that dog back. He can't give you that fight back. You got to have that on your own. That's what's in you. That's what's in people's heart. Some people, it leaves. Some people can get it back, very few. But then there's some people that never leaves. Look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, as old as he is, man, that dude still got it in him. He's about ready to cry, and he's upset that he can't be out there fighting. You know what I mean? It's like it's so natural, man. That's just who he is, man. It's who he's been his whole life, and he doesn't know anything different than that. I think AJ is a good boxer, but I think, man, his days are numbered. You know, I think that he shouldn't have never passed up that Deontay Wilder fight. Win or lose on that fight right there, that would have done a lot more for his career. And what I say about that is, let's say he lost to that. It'd been better to lose to Deontay Wilder than Andy Ruiz. People can stomach that. Deontay Wilder could have been undisputed. AJ probably would have took one more loss after that. They fought again, right? Then AJ could have been back on the road. See, AJ could accept probably losing from Wilder faster. He could accept losing from Andy Ruiz, because Andy Ruiz didn't have a big name. He wasn't known as that person. I knew he was a pretty good boxer, right? But AJ Nim thought it was a cherry pick. He thought that because they needed someone to stand in, he would go get somebody like Andy Ruiz, undefeated. He figured, hey, I'm a big guy. I'll go there and not spark him out, is what he thought. And he ended up getting sparked out himself, right? He ended up getting beat, man. He got beat by a smaller guy. And AJ doesn't fight. He doesn't fight tall, man, unless he's fighting another tall guy. You know what I'm saying? When he fights a fighter, he wants to stoop down. And I guess he thought, hey, if Wilder can go in there and knock somebody out, I got all these pretty muscles, I can go in there and knock somebody out. Guess what? It's not true. Those muscles don't do anything for a lot of people, right? Now, if you got lean muscles like Crawford stays ripped up. That's lean muscle. Lean muscle makes you quicker. Your twitch fibers and stuff work faster. But when you got that big, bulky weightlifting muscle, it doesn't help. That big weightlifting muscle does not help you. It doesn't. Looks good. You look good on the beach. You look like you'll tear a house down. But when it comes to fighting, those muscles does nothing for it. Now, if it was a weightlifting competition between him and the rest of those guys, AJ gonna probably beat all those guys in a weightlifting competition. But that ain't what this is. This is about fighting, bro. You gotta be lean. You gotta be a fight machine. See, that's what people don't understand about that saying. That saying goes, lean, mean, fighting machine. Lean. Lean is the key word. That leanness makes you move faster. You know what I mean? And some people don't understand that. They bulk up. You know, he has bulked up too much. Don't know what it is and why this dude want to be that big when he could let a little bit of that go and work on stamina, work on speed, and those muscles will shrink a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you building big bulky muscles, that means you are lifting heavy weights. When you build lean muscle, that means you are doing repetitions over and over and over again. Not saying that little lean skinny guys are not strong, which they are. You know, thin people that are lean are strong. You know what I mean? They may not be as strong as the big bulky dudes, but that's, you know, you're physically more capable of doing a lot of other good sports with lean muscle. You know what I mean? And AJ is just a bodybuilder, man. He's got the wrong physique for heavyweights. He just does. Well, now if he lost a good 15 pounds of muscle, 10 to 15, about 15 pounds of muscle in the right way, all over his all over his body, it would lean him out. He'd be quicker. You know what I'm saying? Then he wouldn't feel like he has to press his punches out. If you guys ever watch AJ fight, you'll see that AJ, he doesn't snap his jab, he presses it out. Then as he gets tired, he presses it too, and he's trying to load up on them. And they coming slow. Anybody sees it coming. And smaller fighters are going to be even faster, you know? The thing that helps AJ is he's big, and with other bigger fighters, when he's fighting bigger fighters, is that they tend to be a little slow too, just a little bit. And it kind of helps him out because now he see the punches coming. He's not bending down. He's not fighting small. He can use that jab a little bit more. He's standing straight. He bends down when he fights a smaller fighter, down to that fighter's side. And that's messed up. That's messed up. That's what gets him in trouble every time. And I knew that when I was like, man, he gonna mess around and get beat by Andy Ruiz. And he did. He did. And I knew the second time, I said, Andy Ruiz got his number. Because Andy Ruiz is a smaller fighter. He's quick for his size. The guy has skill. He has some pop, right? And AJ does not use his jab correctly. to keep himself out. He's not using all that. He's standing there trying to trade punches thinking he's Deontay Wilder. He doesn't have that kind of power, right? But when I saw Andy Ruiz getting that second fight, I was like, man, the dude is not in shape. So I blame Andy Ruiz on that. I blame him on that. He should have been in a lot better shape. And he just wasn't. And I don't understand how you get your chance, you win, and the next thing you do, you just party all the way through for the next time. You know what I mean? And now that he seems like he's trying to take it serious, it's going to be hard for him to get another chance because everybody knows the danger he brings in there. And anytime he can perform really well, But with King Kong Ortiz, I didn't see that in him either. I didn't see that first Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? That one, it seemed like the more he's getting in shape, he's not doing it. He wasn't as active with King Kong Ortiz, because King Kong Ortiz didn't really look that hot. He got tired. He looked his age. He really did. He really looked his age. And Andy Ruiz just didn't impress me, man. I think the Andy Ruiz that fought Anthony Joshua the very first time in their first meetup, their first match, I think he would have done a whole lot better with King Kong Ortiz. So I don't know if something that Andy Ruiz is doing wrong or, he's just looking the part. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But back to AJ, I just think AJ is going to need some serious help mentally because I don't think he's mentally in the game where he should be. And knowing that his body is doing his body does is slowing him down, I just don't think it's there. I really don't. He may get past Franklin, but if he doesn't, he can chop it up because that mental breakdown that he had fighting Usyk was just bad. That mental breakdown fighting Usyk was real bad, dude, at the end. You know what I mean? He was, I did this and how this. I mean, he does not seem like the fighter he used to be. And maybe he was always that fighter and nobody ever really noticed, but I don't really think so. I'm going to give the dude credit. I am. I'm not going to go so hard on glitter boots. Anthony Joshua, as Dion would say, glitter boots. I'm not going to go so hard on him. I will say that he's a good solid fighter. He is. He's not one of those top elite, ones that I would put down in history as one of those best. And I think he's not as good, nowhere close to a Lennox Lewis with that size. You know what I mean? I just don't think AJ is really. He doesn't beat. I don't know. Let me tell you something. I don't say he doesn't beat Fury because he has the size and stuff, and Fury can't just bully him with his size. I think that works to Fury's advantage, and I think if Andy Joshua uses that jab out there, Fury's got to work harder to get in there. You know what I'm saying? And Fury can do all that little ducking and moving and doing all that little stuff. If Anthony works that jab and fights, I think it'd be a pretty good one. So I can't say Fury will beat him. I don't see Anthony Joshua beating Deontay Wilder. I just don't see it. I just don't think that his chin is going to be strong enough. Hell, I didn't think Fury's chin would be strong enough, but hell, that dude got up off that floor like he was a vampire coming up out of the casket. The dude was knocked out. I thought he was out. I thought he was unalive. That's what I thought. I said, he's gone. He's out of there. But what did he do? He rose back up. It was just like he just flipped back up like a vampire, man. He was back up, ready to fight, which was absolutely crazy. Normally, if Deontay Wilder hits you, you're not getting back up. Deontay Wilder got some good, clean shots in on that dude and knocked him down a few times in one. Listen, every fight that they fought, Deontay has knocked him down and got a pretty good hit. Nobody else got back up, hardly. Nobody else got up. But Fury has gotten up each and every time. Even on the first fight, he had a long count, but the dude got back up. And I'm not saying he's on something. I don't know. I think Fury's done been on PEDs. He's cheated before now. That's a fact. That is a fact. Now, is he on some recreational drugs? I don't know. They say cocaine is a hell of a drug. I can only speculate with that. That's just my opinion, man. I think the dude was getting high off something. I can't tell you what it was, but something keeps getting that dude up. And how can that dude have the worst shape out there, but be in shape better than anybody else? You know what I mean? Tyson Fury's shape is worse than King Kong Ortiz. It's worse than Andy Ruiz. Worse than Wilder's. Worse than AJ's. His shape is worse than everybody's, but he fights the whole 12 rounds like he's in shape. How the hell is that possible? You mean to tell me that this dude sit around doing everything wrong, drinking, just doing whatever, and he doesn't used to be on drugs. He said it, right? He done everything up under the sun. And this dude stays in shape. Well, in shape enough to fight 12 rounds like it ain't no problem. And get up every time you knock him down. Every time. No matter who has dropped him, he's gotten back up. Is it that he's just made for it? Is that what it is? Is he on something? Is something going on there? Hey, I just don't know. I just don't know with Fury, man. I don't know. But we want to see how this thing folds out. They were saying that if Usyk goes and fights Wilder or somebody else, that AJ could potentially fight Fury in the near future, maybe if he gets past Franklin. But I don't know if he's going to get past Franklin. I don't know. I don't know that. I can't tell you that. I am not impressed with Anthony Joshua. I am not going. I can't pull for that dude. I can't. I thought he was a little bit better than what he was. Never thought he was the best. I never thought he's Wilder. Never thought he beat Wilder. They ain't my thoughts. But I just thought he was a little better than what he was. You know what I mean? But and I'm not talking down on Anthony on Andy Ruiz, but Andy Ruiz ain't the biggest heavyweight out there. I don't think he's in the top. The top tier of all the best heavyweight boxers out there. That's just me personally, man. So that's just my thoughts. So, that's just what I thought. So hopefully we'll get past this week. We'll see how things go down. And we'll check it out and see. So, man, that's my thoughts on it. So you guys let me know what's y'all's thoughts on this. And I'm gonna go ahead and get on to the next video, guys. So I hope you guys have a good night. So hopefully this Anthony Joshua and this Franklin fight comes on down. Hopefully they get all this stuff together. And hopefully this fight is better than what we think it is. You know what I mean? I hope so, because I'd like to see him back in the fold. I'd like to see him go after Fury, because I would think that he could do it. But anyway, guys, I say what I say. I stand on it. So hopefully you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you with everybody tomorrow night. Actually, tomorrow night being March the 29th, March the 31st will not be on. So you guys have a good weekend, and I'll be dropping some videos in the meantime. But make sure you guys hit the subscribe, share button, hit the notification bell icon, so when I do drop these videos, you guys will know about it. But like I said, we stand on it, and then straight up no chaser. Till the next time, guys, I'm out. Fight fam. Peace.